All right, let's get to the very entertaining at times debate between the Republicans yesterday. Aaron Guckian, who is probably the better known of the two because he ran for lieutenant governor last time around, lost to Sabina Matos. He's also was a top aide to Governor Carcieri. And now Elaine Pelino is questioning exactly what he did for Governor Carcieri, just as he is questioning Elaine Pelino on exactly what she did at Cantor Fitzgerald when she worked in the private sector. But before we get to that, you know, Aaron Guckian did make a crack about her looks and about her age and about doctoring her photos on her Facebook page. He apologized to her on the radio for that, but not to her in person. And right out of the box, she demanded an apology in person. Now, I kind of reeled him in and said, we'll get to that. And we eventually did. All right, Aaron, she's laying this back at your feet. Did you do enough to say you're sorry? What is it you want to say to Aaron?
Well, I wanted to ask him why you haven't apologized to me in person. You ran into me a few times this close and even closer, walked right by me. Would you mind apologizing now?
Apologize for what?
No,
you're making the allegation. Okay. Apologize for what?
For ageist and sexist remarks.
He made remarks about your appearance?
Yes.
He apologized on the radio.
And I'm not bad for my age, I guess.
He apologized on the radio and on
but
TV.
But not to me. I ran into him a couple of times, and I was waiting for him to say something.
All right, Aaron, go ahead. She says that wasn't enough.
Settled. I think that I've already paid apology. I make an apology for that remark. I think the citizens of Rhode Island really want to get to what's going on in the condition. We need massive change here in Rhode Island.
All right, Elaine Pelino is 72, making her first run for office. Listen, it's tough to do a live debate on television, especially if you're a newcomer to politics. So to her credit, she did not fold. She stuck to her guns and then went toe-to-toe with Aaron Guckian. Aaron Guckian, in turn, went at her when she suggested that Peter Alviti ought to be in witness protection, and then at one point said, Aaron, you can't take a joke, grow up, honey. Well, let's follow this exchange now. That started with Alviti and ended up with, honey, you can't take a joke. We hired companies, they failed us, like a doctor would fail you, and we're going to sue them for malpractice. Is that the narrative? Do you believe that?
Oh, I believe it. Here's the thing. Think about it. Some young people that were engineers just happened to be going down the bottom of the bridge, and they saw it falling apart. Now, how come all these inspectors from the past, 10, 15 years didn't see it crumbling, as other bridges are, too? All I know is there was no day of reckoning for Alviti. And I'm saying, when I'm governor, I hope he's in the witness protection program right now, because what I would do is I would have him called back and I would have an investigation again into him by my Department of Accountability.
Let me just follow this.
That's quite a charge.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's quite a mess he made.
Just because he made a mess, you're talking about the witness protection program.
It's a joke. Do you know what a joke is? That's why it's a joke.
That didn't sound like a joke. That sounded like you were...
No, I said he better be in a witness protection program so I don't find him and tell him to come back.
You can't joke as governor. You start saying those types of things, you get into trouble, and you get sued.
Oh, Aaron, grow up.
Well, that's offensive to me that you just said grow up. And by the way, I'm offended.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. But seriously?
It's unfortunate.
Oh, honey. I mean, Aaron.
Now you're calling me honey. Wow.
I do that for everybody.
Entertaining, wasn't it? Wasn't it last night? These are the Republicans running for governor of Rhode Island. All right, let's get to their credentials. Aaron Guckian was an advance man for Governor Carcieri. In other words, the governor's going to an event. Aaron shows up 20 minutes early and just scopes everything out. He also says, I was an aide to the governor. I did more than just drive him and his wife around. Although Elaine Pelino says, really? You did more than just drive them around? That's my understanding, that you were more of a driver than a top liaison for Governor Carcieri. Make the charge. Guckian's resume called into question.
Well, first of all, I was eyewitness of power, and those 8 years gave me great experience. You can't teach experience.
As his wife's driver.
Well, Mrs. Carcieri passed away, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so again, you offended me, but that's okay.
You want a fact check? You want a fact checker?
Yeah. Mrs. Carcieri, first of all, I was a special assistant. I liaised with the federal government. I did all the day-to-day with Morris Sedlock, who's a scheduler, and the speechwriter. So I know all of the different departments. You constantly had to communicate with the colonel and the adjutant general, who's the head of the National Guard. So the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, I know this office.
Tit for tat. Okay, let's go after her. She has billed herself as a model, a producer, an entertainment person, also in the private sector. The chief of staff at Cantor Fitzgerald, one of the premier financial services organization in the country when she lived out in California. And Guckian is suggesting, were you really chief of staff? I can't find that anywhere on paper. Elaine, Pelino, go ahead. He's questioning your resume now.
Is there a question you have about her background as presented, her business experience?
Well, yeah, there's gaps, and you said that you're a chief of staff of Cantor Fitzgerald. I mean, that's quite a situation. And if it's true, it's true. She didn't communicate it to the Providence Journal.
I still
What are you
have
showing?
my badge.
Is that your badge for
Just
Cantor
because you have a
Fitzgerald?
badge to Cantor Fitzgerald doesn't mean you're the chief of staff.
No, because I was the
Like, I
only-
could have a badge and I could be, and this is no disrespect, you could
Put
be
it this way,
anyone that's
there were
working.
only 5 people on the whole floor. It was Mr. Cantor, the treasurer, and a couple of vice presidents, and me. So I was the staff. So I'm
You're
the
the
one
staff, but not the chief of staff. And when you start using those words and you can't prove them on your resume, people think of that as chief of staff of Cantor Fitzgerald. Wow, she must have extreme qualifications.
I ran
have an
all these
MBA.
foundations.
I have a master's of music.
Let's be fair to both of you. You had a responsible role.
Yes.
Very small staff. Are you kind of overlapping? Well, I acted like a chief of staff as opposed to have the official
I had to sit in all the
title.
board of directors meetings. I had like the highest security that you can get.
Okay. All right. All right. Listen, put this to bed. Can you show us anywhere in writing? Is there paperwork? Is there a business card? Chief of staff.
What did it say on your business card?
I don't have a
Well, do you
business.
remember? What
Do you know
was your
what
title?
happened?
Chief of staff?
No, I don't have. I have other ones that I saved from a few years ago.
Well, I would remember if I was chief of staff. Were you chief of staff officially, or was it? You just mean I had the responsibilities of a chief of staff?
Yes, I did. I was, and I also was executive assistant to Mr. Cantor.
Wait a minute, executive assistant. That's a big difference to chief of staff.
All right.
I had played many hats. I had to do, and I also was in charge of the foundations where I had to, take care of.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Notice we had them by the exits in case any of them wanted to bail out early, but nobody took us up on that. In fact, they each held their own against a tough thing to do, a live debate.